Well, the title may be seeming to slip away, but a decisive week in the season can change everything. We've got a Champions League quarter-final against Juventus. We'll be showing both legs of that today. And with 4 points separating us and Bayern at the top, we need them to drop points in arguably one of their toughest fixtures remaining. Yes, hello and welcome along to part 143 of the Head Coach with me, Daniel. We are back today, as you can see, just falling away in that title race a little bit. Bayern have been irresistible. They've dropped 5 points all season, whereas we are starting to pick up a few silly draws, and it may yet cost us our place at the top of the table. We've got a big weekend coming up in the Bundesliga as we go to struggling Augsburg, while Bayern travel away to high-flying Frankfurt. But either side of that, we're going to be facing Juventus in a Champions League quarter-final. And one of the reasons we came to Dortmund is because they've been the last four of the Champions League multiple times, and we wanted to try and replicate that. Can we get through? Can we get a decent draw? Maybe take them all the way. If you're looking forward to finding out, as well as seeing how we get on today, then please do put a thumbs up on the video. Of course, we've got some other news as well, including a pretty poor youth intake. But for now, let's go and have a look at what's been happening off camera, because results, well, they've been good. To be fair, by any other standard, we've been all right, but Bayern have just been unstoppable. You were with me as we got that crucial 1-0 win away at Hoffenheim, a good late goal after a pretty good second half performance. We then battered Wolfsburg in one of the trickiest games by 8-1. Not sure where it came from. They were awful. We were brilliant. Maybe they were resting people. I don't know. Canales got a hat-trick before one apiece for Koomson, Mulder, Brewerton, Hakhiraj and Mugnai. But then the disaster. A 1-1 draw away at Braunschweig in a game we dominated. But fortunately, I guess, after conceding that late goal, we did manage to get an equaliser from a set piece. And Larpo, the experienced defender, doing that. And what that does mean in essence is that if we win all of our games and Bayern drop 2 points as well as losing at us, we will still win the title. And that is the difference that point has made there. We then won 3-0 at Monaco in the Champions League. I was obviously planning to show you the second leg of that, but by that point, I think we were tie over. And in the end, we ended up resting people for the second leg. Brewerton, Canales and an own goal in that one. 4 for Canales against Cologne, a very comfortable victory, wrapped up by half-time there. A 1-1 draw in a second leg against Monaco with young Fabio Kotha getting a goal again. Canales got a brace in a 2-1 win at Schalke. Not the greatest performance again. A friendly off camera because we weirdly had 3 weeks off. Not quite sure why. And then Mainz, a 3-0 win at the weekend. Brewerton and a Canales brace with the goals there. So now we've got a little bit of fixture congestion followed by a very tricky finish to the season. If we have a look at the table at the moment, Bayer Leverkusen 7th, Leipzig 4th, Frankfurt 5th, Bayern atop. We've got to face all of them before the end of the year. But for now, let's go and get into the first of today's 2 games. I'll very quickly graze past the youth intake so you can see it, but it really isn't very good, to be honest. There's one player with some potential, Karim Hammond, 2.5 star potential, 1 star ability at the minute, and not the most rounded player. So I'm not expecting a great deal from him. So not a particularly exciting time off the pitch, but on it, I guess we're here for the short term, aren't we? And if we can win one of these 2 big trophies this year, it's job complete in my eyes. And hopefully, the way the Champions League is opening up, we might have an opportunity in that. We go away to Juve today, and if we lose this one, well, I'll probably start to change my opinion a bit. Rogerio Lindoso is on loan from United there. We managed him the last season or 2. But otherwise, they've not got any massive stars. Fink up front played in England, scored goals against us before. But in truth, I'm pretty happy that we could get a result against them. We're going to rest everyone at the weekend, so the first team can go all out today. Gruznov is the only person who's not registered for the squad, and Gaita is the only person at the minute with a knock. We'll get a couple of the youth team players like Koffer in the squad as well. And I think we'll stick with this 11 because his first choice, it is the best we've got. The only option really is Orbera at Steinker at right back, and Steinker's not quite match fit. Orbera's been brilliant the last 2 games, so let's just leave it as it is. We've got Elijah Smith in goal, Orbert and Van der Plume at full back with Merville and Larpo at centre half, Joaquin and Znaiber at the midfield 2, Koomson and Mulder the wingers. And then behind the mighty Canales up front is a very highly performing Daniel Brewerton. He's the best player in training every week since he's been here. And hopefully with that natural fitness building, we're going to have a gem on our hands. We'll add a couple more subs to the bench. We'll be back in a minute to see the teams. Well, here we go then. It's 3 changes for a Juve side that does start with Lindoso in midfield, but not many familiar names in there. And then if you look at our squad, we've put the 2 usual youngsters on the bench, and otherwise we're at full strength. So let's go and get through the dressing room. Tell the lads if you carry on, we'll do all right. We're going to drop to balanced away in Europe for the first half. We'll cross our fingers, get through the music, and into the first half in Turin. Well, we're back with a quarter of the game gone, and we've got the ball in a very defensive area. Juve are pressing high, not like an Italian side, I guess, on paper, but we break free. Mulder away down the left, the voice is going already. As Znaiba chips it over, Canales can't quite make it. Through to the keeper. I'm not sure my voice would have survived a shot there, as it's a long one downfield, which Fink deals with to Arrieta. Runs through, great effort, and a brilliant save, Elijah Smith. He tips it over the bar. Not sure we should be giving their players that amount of time on the edge of the box. They are the second best team in Italy after all. But it's a good save, and we're still in the game. We're going to have the odd moment against us away from home. But if we can avoid defeat tonight, given our home form and given the way we've been playing recently, I would fancy us to get a very comfortable win. As Aubert has got a throw on the right to Brewerton. He finds Aubert again. We are camped in their half, which is good to see away from home. Aubert back to Nlapo, the central defender, and Znaiba. He's playing well in that deeper role. Chips one up towards Canales. Headed away as far as Mulder. Overlap from the fullback, but he goes himself to the byline. Cuts it back for Znaiba again. The Dutch trio linking up as it's back to Znaiba a third time. Cuts inside to Koomson. There you go. All the Dutch players just pass into themselves. And Arrieta able to bring it away. Now Juve have got a man over. But Van der Pluim does well. And Brewerton hooks it round the corner. Mulder goes. He's got Canales in. He's got Brewerton in. Daniel Brewerton. He's still going. And he's put it wide from 8 yards. I'm not sure how he's missed the target there. You can forgive him arguably if the goalkeeper saves it. But that is inexplicable to miss. Real Madrid are winning at Bournemouth. It is our former man De Buen from Manchester United. And at half-time, it's a pretty even game here. So we'll tell the lads to do it for the fans. We've not really got a reaction, which is a worry. As Koomson gives the ball away, very lazy in possession. He's not done well since coming back from his last injury. He's had a lot of poor games. As Souza gets it into Bosch and up to Keita. Big chip over, Arrieta's in. There's one in the middle, they'll score from this. Arrieta cuts back, DA into the box, well dealt with Znaiba. Not known for his defending, but he does it there. Koomson plays a 1-2 with Brewerton. Canales is up through the middle. Inside ball, Mulder's there. Oh, he's put it wide as well. How many times are we going to miss the target from brilliant opportunities? That's 2 incisive breakaways now, and Brewerton's got another one. We're just soaking up pressure, nicking the ball, and flying on the counter. And Bosch, he might have been on a yellow card, but that's a straight red, referee. Get him off the pitch, get him out of the second leg. How are you only giving him a second yellow for that? I mean, we've had far less dangerous challenges, penalised more than that. But Brewerton, as we're back for the next highlight, keeps nicking that ball high. And now he can bring it away. Koomson gets in, keeper in no man's land. And it's well defended. Back to him. Big ball forward, which Nlapo deals with. And now we should be able to push the pressure on. Aubert carries it forward, but there's no one there. We're going to encourage the lads. It's a Juve corner. Would be a crime to concede now. It's a free header. Merville loses out. And with 55 on the clock, it's 0-0. Juve are down to 10. But arguably, they look more of a threat now. As Joaquin brings the ball down the right for us. Can we get that goal? Referee, you've got to give that. You've got to give that. Krusat brings down Koomson. We're going to VAR. The annoying thing is he stopped the game whilst we're still attacking. So we would have gone through and maybe had a chance. The penalty's been awarded though. And who takes it? Is it Canales, I presume? Left footer. It is Luis Canales. Has scored bucket loads this season. Oh God, what is going on? It's very rare you get a player in brilliant goal scoring form do that. He's also a very good penalty taker. He scored 9 goals in his last 5. 8 of those in his last 3. And he's got 44 in 33 starts this season. And he has put a penalty miles over the bar. This is becoming a very tricky day, isn't it? Because it just feels like everything's going against you. 1, the red card shouldn't have been a second yellow. Secondly, we've missed 2 great chances from hitting the target, and then we've missed a penalty miles over as well. I mean, you just get the feeling as Juve come forward, they might have their lucky stars today. Into Arietta. What a joke. What a joke. What do you say? It's one of those games. It's going to go down as the classic FM. What can you do in a situation like this? Everything going against you. Aubert is going to come off for Steinke. He's more attacking, more aggressive. Koomson has been appalling. I'm going to get him off for Mugnai. And again, look at the nerves. Look at the anxiety. We're going to try and encourage them, get something out here. But where has it come from in this second half? The expected goals for us is double. And we're offering nothing. It is a real concern. We've gone positive again since the red card. We're going to have to put on a defensive midfielder, I think, and push Sniper further forward because he's having the best game. But Brewerton was the threat in the first half. Mulder's also looking very good. So what do we do here? Canales can come off, but we've not got great substitutes behind him. Let's just make that change because recovering now is going to be tricky. Cardon on for Brewerton. His efforts and his influence has waned in the second half. We've also got Joaquin struggling in the middle, so let's get Scow on for him. And then the final change will leave a few more minutes, but for now, we've just got to find a route back to get a draw because I don't really know how we can lose tonight. The way this game has gone, it seems almost inexplicable that we can't get a result. Do I chase the game or accept a 1-goal defeat and think we've got it in us? But it's starting to seem like another one of those Champions League bottle jobs. We've not really got a replacement striker now. So we're going to have to leave Canales on. But he's anxious. There's nerves everywhere. Mulder will come off for Olaizola. He's nervous. He's not playing that well either. And now we go for it. We've got one more chance. We've got 4 minutes added on. And we're not going to do it. We have remarkably lost 1-0. It's a very Italian performance from Juve. But we missed a penalty. We missed 2 or 3 great chances. We played against 10 men and still conceded. I mean, that is not a good result for us. But we're still in a tie. We've got to put the disappointment behind us. We've got to make sure a rotated side gets the job done on Saturday. And we'll be back in a minute for Tuesday night. And hopefully we can turn this around. Because if not, it's a great opportunity missed. Well, this is fast becoming one of the most frustrating episodes we will have for a long time because this has been a week of missed opportunities. The chance to get a result, probably a win at Juve, down and we lose. And now, late in Saturday's game, we threw away 3 points against Augsburg, a 1-1 draw after a late equaliser, another injury to Znaiba, which means he'll be out of this game as well. Koomson unlikely to play well either. But more importantly, the reason this was so frustrating is that Bayern Munich lost to Eintracht Frankfurt and we didn't take advantage. We're now 3 points behind them. Yes, if we win at home, we'll be on the same points. But from what we've seen this season, they'll have the better goal difference. We've also got a very tough finish to come. We could have put it right back in our hands there and we haven't, which makes it very annoying. But for now, let's go and get through this Juve game, see if we can get to the Champions League semi-final. It really is an opportunity for this football club. And the draw is opening up a bit with all the changes we've got to make. How are we going to perform? Well, it's not often I ask a player to play through injury, but Koomson is going to have to do that today. He's on the bench, he's in the squad despite being injured because we just need to have the option. Gruznov not registered for the squad, of course, in Europe. Mugnai is the man who comes in. Santos is in for the injured Sniper because of Nkili going in January. Maybe that is going to prove crucial after all. And I've put Steinke back in at right back because Aubert came on and didn't cover himself in glory at the weekend and was poor last midweek. So let's go more aggressive. Let's try and win this game into the second leg of the Champions League quarter-final. Juventus, the opponent, and our chance at getting through. Let's go and see if we can do it. Well, for Juve, it's 4 changes from their last game, but perhaps not so many from last midweek. Of course, Lindoso, our former United man, is in there. We've got 3 changes from last midweek, loads more from the weekend. So let's just go and get through the dressing room. Home advantage, you need to make it count. We have been good at home so far this season, but tonight we're going to need a special display. Well, we're going straight from the kickoff in this one. Let's hope it is a lightning fast start for the Germans because Steinke plays down the right to Mugnai, who is forced back inside. Joaquin to his centre-half and Larpo. I love an early goal. I'd really love to just come flying out the traps as Van der Plume plays back. It's an awful ball. Merville's robbed by Lindoso. Not him. Of all the players, what an awful goal to concede. What is happening in this episode? I've not played this save for 3 days. I've come back and we look like a different team. The first shot of the game, a gift, a double gift, a triple gift, what do you want to call it? And Lindoso gets his own back for all those games we didn't play him at United. But let's be honest, he didn't do anything special there. He pressed the defender and took advantage of shocking play. I mean, what can you say? It's awful. Keita brings it down on the right. We're sinking without a trace here. The ball comes to Lindoso. And they could be 2 up in 3 minutes the way we're going. Big ball over to Arrieta. Header straight at Smith. Will somebody wake this lot up? It's the evening, but they're not woken up yet. It is absolutely shocking. Elijah Smith with a big ball downfield. And it's another mistake. This time the Juve defence. Canales in. Oh, straight at the keeper. There's your difference. Canales. I don't know what's happened since we turned the game off, honestly. He's come back the last 3 games. I've never seen a striker look more out of shape. Medica plays a long ball forward and in go Juve again. We've dropped to balance to try and stem the tide and they're still there, completely unopposed. Elijah Smith beaten by Vink in the air. Now a dodgy back pass. I mean, seriously. This is a stinking performance. Juve should be out of sight already. They'll probably regret only being 1 up here. And we've now got to take advantage. We still need 2 goals to get back to extra time tonight. And we're giving the ball away in our own half again. This is atrocious. I've not seen anything like it from this Dortmund side. Steinke nicks it back in the edge of his own box to Nlarpo. Big clearance to Mugnai. Now it's a 2-on-3. Can we finally get people up? Mugnai has support but goes all the way back to Steinke. And he's robbed a possession. Joaquin then gives it away with a 5-yard pass. Oh, I really want to swear. Lopez down the line to Keita. This is abysmal. We deserve to be out already and we might well be in a second. Keita inside, beats 2, back to the edge of the box. And saved by Elijah Smith. What the hell are you doing, boys? I've given them a kick up the backside. You look at the stats, it's all Juve. And they've got 2 expected goals. They should be done. But thankfully for us, we're still in this tie. We need 2 goals, but we've got to have a shot first for that to happen. And again, we're back with Juve attacking down the right. I can't explain it. Other than turning the game off, I've done nothing to change it here. As Kelvin Santos, is Sniper missing that big of an effect? Surely not. We missed him half the season and still won games. As Mulder finds Brewerton, just runs into a blind alley. This is so unlike us. This is not like the performances we've been putting in. The goal threat has dried up. And that missed penalty and those big missed chances in the first leg, they seem to have cursed us. They've turned everything. Canales nicks the ball, but he's got no support. He runs into a blind alley again. Can he find a player? No, he can't, but he's still going. He's gone all the way himself. Magic from Canales. How's that not a corner? He's just knocked it off the defender and he's given a goal kick. Oh, it's a frustrating half, but we've got a free kick. And if we can get back on terms here, I'll start to fancy us. As Mugnai into the back post is headed away. Oh, we've just sort of dallied again. We've been beaten to every 50-50 as Nlarpo just levers one. And now Juve can play out from the back again. But look how easy it is. They get wide. Canales chases. Doesn't get there. Does the second time. Van der Plume on the left. Support from Mulder. Over to Brewerton. Edge of the box. Inside to Canales. He's beaten to it. Joaquin back to Santos. And Joaquin again. Here's Nlarpo. A better finish to the half now. Why is it taking us 40 minutes to wake up? A Steinke down the right to Mugnai. Mugnai's in. 1-1 on the night. Big goal on a stroke of half time. Now the tie is level on the night. We're 1 behind on aggregate. But we really needed that because it had been a dismal half an hour. And while we've grown back into it now, we've got to do more. I want a much better display. I'm not encouraging them after that performance. It was pathetic. We've got a free kick on the left with Mugnai. Merville's up. Oh, unmarked header, it's over. This tie is going to come down to missed chances again. Mulder has picked up an injury now. Oh, it's all going against us. Mulder is going to be replaced by Olaizola. He scored a few big goals this year. We're going to need another one now. Santos in the holding role is not having a great game. Brewerton in the number 10 is struggling. Canales only had one chance, put it straight at the keeper as Nlapo's up and heads over as well. These are big opportunities that we're wasting, and while we're coming back into the game, we've not really done enough at this point. We've levelled up the shot count, but we've got to go for it. We've got to make changes here. We've got Canales looking a bit unhappy and Nlapo's anxious. Merville's on a yellow, so let's sort that one out. Gator on for him. Santos replaced by Axel Johansson. And then going forward, I can take Brewerton off for Carden. I think that's what we're going to do. I've got to leave the striker on because he scored so many goals this year. But at some point, someone's got to deliver. We're going to encourage as Juve are coming forward down the left again. One more goal is tie over. Arrieta cuts in from the left. Big switch to Keita. He's in behind. He's put it wide. Oh, we were a whisker away from being out there. A small whisker away. Joaquin in a holding role has had a stinker. I'm going to bring on Alf Scal for him in a minute, but you know my highlight superstition. There's no point throwing on Koomson here, though. Canales has nicked it. Wide to Mugnai on the right, who has made a difference in fairness. Gets to the byline, has got the chance to cross it. Options in there. Johansson's won. The super sub scores it. Not the man I expected to pop up, but we're now level on aggregate. We're going to get Scal on in that holding role alongside Johansson, the goal scorer. I don't actually remember him scoring a goal in a big game this season. He's not. That is his first goal for Borussia Dortmund. And Axel Johansson, in the last 8 of the Champions League, has just given us a chance. Odioni is working down the right. Van der Pluim's done poorly there. His clearance isn't great either. And Arrieta curls one against the post. Oh, we're living so dangerously. And we still don't look confident at all. I'll tell you what we're going to do here. I think I'm going to take a gamble and just push the defenders back because we need to make sure we're more solid than we are. They're keeping their wingers forward and they're causing us all sorts of trouble. So we're going to go for 2 fullbacks on defensive duties. I know it's not their natural game. And we're going to let the front 4 go on. But for now, let's just get a solid defensive shape of 7 and the other 4 can be superstars. We're going in towards stoppage time and we're looking like we might have an extra 30 here, which is a big concern for our fitness. We've got Van der Pluim struggling, Mugnai as well. Maybe I do gamble Koomson then. As Sousa goes forward towards the centre forward. Guy to the sub wins it for Cardon. Over to Canales, who must be offside. Yet, of course, he finishes that one well, doesn't he? Puts a penalty 30 yards over. Hits a one-on-one straight at the keeper. When he's offside, he suddenly learns how to finish again. Oh, that infuriates me. It really does. 5 minutes added on. Will we get a chance or will we go straight to 30? Oh, it's a free kick to Juve. It could get worse. The 95th minute. Julia taking his time, so it will be the last kick of the game. But is it going to be a crucial kick? It's 30 odd yards out, right-footed. Perfect angle to curl over the wall, but the wall blocks it well. And Elijah Smith, go on, get it upfield. It's going to be too late. We're going to extra time. Oh, that's a dodgy throw out. Gator brings it forward to Olaizola. It's got to be it. We're not going to get another chance, are we? Oh, yes, we are. Through ball to Canales. One-on-one, but the touch is poor. Into Mugnai. Oh, shot straight at the keeper. What a waste of a golden opportunity. We go through to the dressing room. How on earth have we not won this tie over the 2 legs? I'm going to have to make a change now. Van der Pluim is going to be replaced by Aubert. It's a risky change this, but I'm going Scal at right back, Aubert, defensive midfielder on support. We go into extra time with it 2-2 on aggregate. I mean, I'm happy to still be in the tie the way it started, but we've got to find a way out as Cardon nicks the ball. That's a foul, referee. Very Italian challenge. Olaizola's in, though, through the goalkeeper. I immediately thought he'd missed it because there was half a goal to aim at, and he smashed it straight under the keeper's legs. It took a nick, but it stays on target. And for the first time in this tie, we are ahead and in control of our destiny. And it might be a Champions League semi-final. Real Madrid are going out by the looks. Tomorrow, we might see the same for City and Bayern. And if that is the case, we then maybe become favourites alongside Inter. And we could see a very tasty finish to the competition. Juve are coming forward with Medica. Through ball towards Lindoso. Up to Arrieta. His shot's over. The defensive fullbacks have definitely worked for the stability of the team. But Juve are going to throw everything now. And we have got to be wary of it as Gaita plays a 1-2 with Johansson. What an impact he's made off the bench, by the way. The young Swede has not offered a huge amount this season, but this display has been monumental. Though Aubert, his midfield partner, has cost us the ball there. Arietta brings it down the left, back to Medica. Storm outside, is one brewing on the pitch. Off the woodwork and into the grateful arms of Elijah Smith. He knew very little about that. We've got a free kick now at the other end and we could see this game out. Mugnai will take it. Been the best of the starters in this match. Can you curl it round the wall and send us to the Champions League semi-final? No, he crosses it and Lapo heads over. He's usually quite good with his head, but the last couple of games there's been plenty of chances going awry. But who cares? It took a lot of work, it took a lot of luck, and it took an awful half an hour at the start of the game. But we are through, undeservedly, to the Champions League semi-final. The Storm is smashing the window, but I'm getting excited. Let's see who else gets through, and we'll be back in a minute to see who we're facing in the Champions League last four. Well, there's your answer. We're facing a Bournemouth side who we know are very good in this save. They've been top 7 of the Premier League for the last decade at least. They poached players off us when we were at United. So we will be back, I think, for a bit of that action because Bournemouth, well, we might show the second leg depending on how it's going. The second leg of that and Leipzig and then maybe Bayern and the final to finish off the season. It could yet be the big double, but it's another week of missed opportunities. We made it difficult to get past Juve, which means we are going to have to rest people against Duisburg. More importantly, when Bayern slipped up for just the second time this season in the league, we didn't take advantage away at a relegation candidate. Is that going to cost us? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed it, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM23 content as we're back with our Builder Nation tomorrow. Thank you for watching as always, your support as we come to the end of a huge season in Germany. Let's hope it's going to finish with success. Surely we've got to win one of the two. Next time as we edge closer to finding out.